Ready to go live. I think we're live. Hey everyone, beautiful souls. It's Lisa Clayton and Indigo Mystic Clayton of LisaAClayton.com and Indigo's Bungalow here in Half Moon Bay, California. It is January 11th, 1/11, which has a high vibration in the angelic realm. And so we are so happy to be with you today to bring you more love, more light in the inner leader movement. So the inner leader movement started a few years ago. We had no idea. Well, we kind of did, intuitively had an idea that it's going to be needed the most now. And so we are happy to bring you today the weekly mantra. The reason we're calling it a weekly mantra instead of the Monday mantra is because the timelines have shifted. And the timelines have shifted. They shifted tremendously on December 21st when the grand conjunction happened with Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius and the winter solstice. On that day, groups and collectives from all over the world were joining in to tap into the fifth dimensional light frequencies and higher. And what happened at that time is that the timeline split, which meant that we have a positive timeline and a negative timeline. And what is so phenomenal about what happened on December 21st is that the positive timeline got more fuel. It got more expansive. And so we're pretty excited about the inner leader movement and what it is going to bring forth in this coming year. It's been quite an interesting start to the year because it is an indication of what is going to be occurring on the earth plane, the third dimension. It's going to get really messy. It's going to get very, very distractive. And so we wanted to share with you the weekly mantra that came through today because it is such an important message. And it just keeps coming through. To stay aligned with your source self and heart breathe deeply. This is what's going to keep us stabilized, equalized, and in alignment with our source, our divine sovereignty. Oh, I forgot to hold it up. So here it is. I love Christina. She loves to do these visuals for me, but stay aligned with your source self, heart, breathe deeply. So let's just talk a little bit about that and what happened last week on Wednesday when the disruption happened in our nation's capital, and realizing that this kind of disruption is happening all over the world. So it's not just in our country. So this goes beyond politics in just the United States. This is global. Okay, this is what's happening on the earth plane right now. As the negative timelines start to shrink, the positive ones start to expand. Now, when that happens, the negative timelines are going to rebel, and they're going to go descend further into the third dimensional energy. And the third dimensional energy is filled with fear. Okay. The fifth dimensional energy that we have access to higher dimensional light into anytime. And that's the key. Stay aligned with your source self. You are a divine sovereign being. Okay. And that divine sovereignty has been controlled, manipulated, and lied to. It's that simple. Okay. We are now discovering the truths. The truth is coming out in whatever shape or form it's coming out. Our divine sovereign beings are lighting up and saying, whoa, okay, let's, we know that we had a purpose for coming here. We have felt these inner urges, these inner nudges for a very, very long time, and practically all our lives, until we can come into this beautiful alignment of this frequency of light that is available to us. It's always been available to us, but it is right here on earth at this time. the mass consciousness that happened on December 21st opened up portals and channels for that light to stream in much easier, much more accessible, so to speak. So 2021 is a 5-year. Now, the angels and Team Divine, and also now who I've been channeling with, which is called the Cosmic Collective, which is also Palladians and Lumerians and all these beautiful ascended masters. They are saying that this is an important to work with the numerology too. The numbers, the energy in numbers is very, very important. This has been an ancient practice from ancient civilizations, always worked with numbers. And so this is a 5-year. So they're asking us to work with the star chakra, the soul star chakra, and to imagine this chakra that is above you and below you. So we're going to do a protocol today to kind of get you connected with that. So, and that's what goes with this heart, breathe deeply. And then Indigo is going to bring in some angels to assist us to keep aligned. Aren't you, Indigo? Right, Indigo? Are you going to bring in the angels? She will in just a second. So let's talk about aligning with that soul star chakra. It's really, really, really simple to do. I've been working with this for the past, since December 21st, actually. And it just keeps getting more expansive and more powerful. So as you breathe into your heart, let's do that right now. Just some nice deep breaths into that heart area. You can do it through your nose or through your mouth, however you want to do, but just focus that breath into the heart area. And as you are breathing into the heart area, nice, slow, and deep, I want you to imagine this beautiful star, this orb, this golden orb that's holding this beautiful star above your crown chakra and right below the soles of your feet. Okay, your higher self. This is the extension of your soul that you're carrying within your human body. Your higher self holds this soul's vibration and frequency in light. And what they are instructing us to do is to hold this beautiful star chakra right above our crown chakra and right below the soles of our feet. And as we heart breathe deeply, we bring in that beautiful soul star chakra light from above. So let's do that. Nice deep breath in. Beautiful. And now bring it in from below, all the way up to the soles of your feet, to your root chakra, into the heart's sacred space. The important thing is to, as you bring it in from above, anchor it into your heart, these beautiful light frequencies, and also below. Bring them up from the earth and anchor into your heart. See what they're doing? It's beautiful. See what your beautiful higher self is instructing you to do? Stabilizing, equalizing, getting you to align with your source self, divine sovereignty, your light. Okay, and as we connect with this beautiful light, your higher self's light, your soul's light, we remain stable as everything around us is chaotic and falling apart and going to get more chaotic, and it's going to get more messy. But are we going to react in fear, anger, judgment, or are we going to respond with the love light that we are stabilizing within us, anchored from above and anchored from below? I love that they're working with the below, placing that star soul chakra below us so that we are grounded onto earth with a high frequency of light. This is just magnificent, because we've always kind of worked from above and bringing it in, and now as they're like, okay, let's feel this fifth dimension surrounding us above and below, so that we are stabilizing and anchoring in to this beautiful soul source light that we are. We've always been. Nothing's changed except that we allowed our human beingness to pull away from this divine sovereignty from which we are. And that happens. That's what we came here to experience. There are going to be souls here that are going to be holding space and place for what they're here to hold space and place for. So, and we're all connected. So what I was feeling after I was over the shock of what was happening last week, I was feeling this connective state. It was like, whoa, wait a minute. I know people there. They're relatives 2 or 3 times removed, or they're friends of friends, or they're part of a system that I am part of. We're all connected. And so they're at a different expression of what their soul light is here to express. And we are here in a different way. I am at least here in the inner leader movement to express love, to express abundantly love and light into this world, to leave the blueprints, to leave the key codes. Let's talk a little bit about those key codes for a moment. So the 5, the soul star chakra, is in the 5-star form. Also, today is 111. And in the angelic numerology, just want to read for you what they came through. Indigo, it was so cute. We were in our meditation area, meditating before, to get the most important information to share with you today on the weekly mantra. She was right beside me. The sun was coming in, and they said today for 111, thoughts and intentions are magnified at this time. So whenever you see 1111, 111, those numbers are, the energy is being magnified. The angels, your guides, are magnifying, amplifying the energy. So what do you want to amplify? Do you want to amplify love, compassion, empathy, or do you want to magnify anger, disappointment, frustration, confusion? Okay, that's what they're asking us to do. What do you want to amplify? So on 111, they were saying this is a magnification time. Focus on what you love, not what you fear. We are able to overcome this fear in the 3rd dimension by staying in this higher dimension frequency. There are key codes that come through with the number 1. I love this. Number 1 represents the self, oneness, higher self, the universal connection. So I love that we got that download about 111 today. It's a very powerful day. And let's see what else came through. Source self. So they said, talk a little bit, Lisa, about source self being the divine sovereign being. Oh, and I already mentioned on December 21st, this mass consciousness shifted and split the timeline. So we have 2 timelines on Earth now. One is in positive love and light, and the other is negative, descending into the 3rd dimension of fear and the polarities and the dualities. And it's okay, that's what we came here to experience. We came here to experience that. However, what is the good news is that timeline is shrinking and the positive timeline is expanding. And then breathing into the heart deeply. So what they were saying with this is, what are you energetically radiating out into your energy field? When you connect with this beautiful heart of yours, I have hearts all over. And we have to thank Aunt Joanne for that, don't we? Yes, this was a present from a beautiful, beautiful soul of light. And so anyway, we, I lost my train of thought. Oh, what are we creating in our energetic field? As we breathe deeply into this magnificent heart, I got sidetracked with my heart talk. As we breathe into this magnificent heart, it has an electromagnetic field that goes outside of our body. So whatever we're feeling, whatever we are sensing is being radiated out into our electromagnetic field. This is science. This is proven. So, what are you feeding the field? When you breathe into your heart deeply, you get connected to your source self. You get connected to the love. You get connected to the compassion. You get connected to understanding that all beings are one. That we're all one. Here, we just have different roles, and it's okay. There's no right. There's no wrong. We're all one. So it's like once we come into that reality of I'm connected to those to I am connected to every single being on this earth. There's billions of human beings on this earth and we're all connected in some way. So the more that we radiate out, the more that we connect with our heart, the more that we are radiating out this love, the light, the compassion, the empathy. I mean, I felt complete empathy, feeling the 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 rage of how anger and fear took over common sense and logic. That's what happens. That's what happens when you are living and permeating this fear in the third dimension. And it's going to continue to happen by those that are aligned with the negative timeline. So we are being asked to align with the positive timeline in the inner leader movement. That's what our work is. And to go more deeply into the heart. How, Indigo? How's your heart feeling today? Oh, she's such an adorable. So you ready to bring in the angels? So I hope this message has been helpful for you today to remind yourself that you are a divine sovereign being that is pure love and light. Your soul is whole, perfect, and complete. There is nothing imperfect about you. Those are all false illusions. And yes, we all have different human bodies. We all look differently. We all have different colors of skin. We all have different belief systems and values, but we are all one at that soul level. So let's see what the angels have to say today. Let's go with the archangels today. Feels like Archangel Day. Okay, so here we go, Indigo. Ready? Can you see? Let's sit up a little bit more. Ready to infuse your beautiful heart energy. I got to get my glasses fixed here. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Can you call in the angels of Atlantis? Oh, yes, yes, yes. Here they come. Do you see them around the light? They always come in through the light with this beautiful lotus light in our office. Okay, here we go. So let's see what archangels are going to come in to help us stay aligned to that beautiful divine sovereign being that you are. And we are going to practice together. We are going to commune together. I'm going to do a lot more group collectives, small groups of 5 to 8 people that are meeting on a regular basis so that we can fuel the energy field on this positive timeline. Pretty excited. Oh, guess what? Okay, so here's Raziel. And guess what? Yes, yes, yes. Way to go, Indigo. Wow, Raziel. Beautiful Raziel coming in with intuition. Look at that. You couldn't have a more perfect alignment there. Stay aligned. There you are. There's your higher self, your source being, all your chakra, your energy centers within the human physical vehicle. The body that's carrying your soul is aligned with source, creator of origin, source being. You can call a lot of, we have different terms. I love to call it creator of origin, source, God, Allah. I mean, oh my gosh, there's so many different terms, but it's the universal source of creation. And there's Raziel saying, here I am, I will help you. Raziel is also and Raziel works with rainbow light. So work with rainbow light with Raziel to keep you connected. My friend Aura is over in the Canary Islands right now, and she's just sending these beautiful pictures of rainbows. Raziel's very active right now with rainbow light. Raziel also is saying, I work with you during dream time. So yes, I'll help you stay connected to your source self in the waking hours and also in the dream hours. Dream time is very important. Raziel wants to work both waking and dream time. That was I get just a chill on that. Sandophone, look at this. Intention. So what is your intention? Which timeline do you want to be attached to? The positive one or the negative one? It's kind of for me, it's a simple question. But here's what's happening. As these timelines have split, it's easy to go back and forth, okay? Because we haven't quite taken the quantum leap into that positive timeline yet. We're making progress with it by all means, but we are also like, okay, that third dimension's pulling me back in, this is real. Look at what's happening all around. The virus is still raging and we're having riots and protests and civil wars. And it's like, yes, that's happening. But what's your intention? What's your intention? The intention is hope. For me, the intention is hope that more of us will align with this divine sovereign beings of who we are, to raise the vibration and the frequency so that the mass consciousness will move through this with greater ease and greater peace. Indigo, is there any other angels you want to bring forth today? Should mommy shuffle one more time? It's pretty powerful ones that you brought through. Maybe one more for everyone today? What are you looking at? Let's see. Let's see if there's one more. Well, these actually were, here's one. Oh, yes. Okay, there you go. Haniel with hope. And look at that. There we are. That red, beautiful orb that represents the fire, the passion within us to ignite our divine sovereign beings and to fly with those wings of hope. Yes. Today in my Inner Leader Collective, every single person, after we do these powerful heart meditations and we take deep dives into our heart's intuitive intelligence. And so at the end, when everyone was sharing, what is the intention to carry through until we meet next week? And we all said hope. So this does not surprise me that hope came through with Haniel to ignite for you this week with staying aligned with your source self, activating more of that heart's intuitive intelligence with hope. And hope's taking on, now this is what's happening. Words, actions, breathing is all taking on a higher frequency. Hope is taking on a higher frequency. It's not just something we're putting out there and saying, oh gosh, I hope this changes. No, I hope with my heart that the hope for humanity, more from the name of humanity, the hope for humanity to expand this positive timeline on Earth right now. We can do it. Oops. Do you have something you want to say to the audience before we sign off, Miss Blue Eyes? Okay, well, thank you for tuning in. Your inner leader is so important right now. And there's a lot of mistrust, a lot of mistruths floating out there. So I always say, Indigo, what's our favorite saying? The only leader you can trust right now is your inner leader. And more people will be stepping up into their authenticity and their truth to lead us through these times. And you are a leader in your own world, personally, professionally, community-wide. Every action, every breath you take that comes from your heart of love and your soul of light makes a difference. You ready to go? Okay, say goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. We love you. And we will see you next week. Take good care.